With The Defenders coming out on Netflix in just a few months from now, I thought this would be a good time to talk about the other Marvel Netflix shows we've gotten so far, and how they stack up against each other. So, the way I'm going to do this is the same way I do my best superhero movies of some year videos, where I put two of these against each other based on their Rotten Tomatoes score, and then they move up a bracket, or something like that. If you're confused, don't worry, it'll make some kind of sense in a second. Also, I actually have reviews for all these shows, so if you want to check that out, link to that is in the description below. Just be warned that some of those videos were made when I was, let's just say, a lot younger than I am now. Anyway, let's get into this with the first round. The two lowest Rotten Tomatoes scores, oddly enough, Iron Fist with 17% versus Daredevil, which, if you average out Season 1 and Season 2, has an 87%. Now this isn't much of a contest for me. While I didn't hate Iron Fist as much as everyone else did, I still didn't particularly like it. It's not totally without merit, there are a few good things in it, namely some action and some performances, but most of the show is kind of a mess, with a story that's drawn out way too much and ends up being pretty boring at some points. Plus, despite what I just said, some of the performances aren't that great, and some of the action is really bad. Daredevil, on the other hand, I really enjoy, like, a lot. I think a lot of that stems from the fact that I just really love the character of Matt Murdock, and Charlie Cox puts in an excellent performance. Between that, the jaw-dropping action scenes, the well-crafted story, and the other amazing characters and performances, Daredevil is pretty awesome. Now I know a lot of people really dislike Season 2, and yes, it does have some flaws, like for example, it is quite oddly paced, but personally, I still really liked it, especially everything involving the Punisher. So this round, in case it wasn't obvious, I'm going Daredevil. Next up is Jessica Jones with 93% versus Luke Cage with a very surprising, to me at least, 96%. Now this is another one that's not such a hard choice for me. I actually like most of Luke Cage quite a bit, but it's no Jessica Jones. Jessica Jones is quite similar to Daredevil in a few ways. It's really well acted, well shot, just very well made. The thing about this and Daredevil, especially Daredevil Season 1, is while they do have awesome action and that kind of stuff, it's really a character drama. The story and characters were so intriguing and fascinating in Jessica Jones, in particular the main hero and villain. That's what makes that show stand out to me, and what made it compelling through all 13 episodes. Luke Cage, on the other hand, if we were just talking the first 8 episodes of Luke Cage, this would be really tough for me, because I think the first half of Luke Cage is fantastic. Then, after the 8 episode mark or so, it takes a turn way for the worse. No spoilers, but something happens, and from that point onwards, it just got really repetitive and lost most of its momentum for me. Those episodes aren't awful, they just pale in comparison to the first 8. So, with all that said, I'm giving this to Jessica Jones. Now for the loser round, Luke Cage versus Iron Fist. And I even feel bad for calling this the loser round, because both of these, mainly Luke Cage, have really great elements in them. They just aren't as good as they could be. I've already talked about both of these, so I'll say this. Both of these shows suffer from having to be 13 episodes long. Daredevil and Jessica Jones just managed to get past that hurdle. With these, however, you start to really feel every episode go by. If they just cut out some of that fat, these could be much better. Unfortunately, they are how they are. The question now is which is better. Well, based on what I've already said, you can probably guess I'm going to go with Luke Cage. I mean, about half of that show is really fantastic. The majority of Iron Fist is just really bland. So, Luke Cage. And finally, for the best of the best, Jessica Jones versus Daredevil. Now this is easily the toughest choice of these. Both of these shows are amazing in so many ways. Again, what drives these, like most of the best TV shows, are the stories and the characters. In the end though, I think I'm gonna pick Daredevil. Again, it's important to remember that this is a subjective video, and I just personally enjoy the character of Daredevil more than that of Jessica Jones. Plus, Daredevil was our introduction into this darker and grittier corner of the MCU, and it did it fantastically. If this had horribly failed, we wouldn't have this MCU Netflix universe now. Also, I think most people can agree that the action in Daredevil is a lot better than the very sparse action in Jessica Jones. So, while I love both and it's a tough race, I'm gonna have to go with Daredevil. So those were my thoughts on the Marvel Netflix shows. How would you rank these? Let me know all of your thoughts down below in the comments. While you're at it, be sure to like this video, check out my Instagram and Twitter at BHL_Hudson, and subscribe for more videos like the one you just watched. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.